Can you tell me about another memory that comes to mind that kind of plays out like a movie, like that last one did?
Yes. I remember we always went to this restaurant. It was called Wahoo.
Can you tell me who we is before you?
My family. So mom, dad, brother. I don't think my sister was there yet. So it was my older brother and just me.
Mm-hmm.
And we were at Wahoo and we were just eating food. And I'd been feeling a little off. I was probably maybe 6 or 7 at the time, and I was feeling a little off. And we had this red car, and I specifically remember the red car because of what happens in the story. And so we're eating the food, and I'm feeling really, 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 really sick. And so I lean over to mom, and I'm like, "Mom, I don't feel good. I feel really sick." And she's like, "Well, just go out in the car, like just go out in the car," because I've been kind of whining. I go out to the car, and sure enough, I'm sitting in the car, the back seat, the back left side of the seat, and I get really sick. And so I reach over for a bag, and I throw up in this bag, and I just, it's just disgusting. So I kind of close the bag, and I want to go tell mom.
Yeah.
Because I threw up and I wanted to leave. And so I left the bag in the car, went out, talked to mom. I was like, "Hey, mom, I just threw up, oh, okay, we need to leave." So gather everything up, open up the car, and my mom's like, "Well, where is it?" I'm like, "It's in that bag." So she gets angry. And it's like, "Why did you leave it in here?" I don't know. So I grabbed the bag, and when I grabbed the bag, the bottom, this is gross, the bottom had like soaked through, and it got all onto the floor. When I lifted it up, it just fell out. And so my mom was very angry at that moment.
Yeah.
And so we had to like clean it up. And then even after that, like I could not sit in that seat.
Yeah.
Because I'd get nauseous because I just remember. So we ended up going home, and that was kind of the end of it. But yeah.
So if you had to pick like a most vivid part of that memory, which would it be? It's because there's a lot of things that could be vivid.
Yeah. That's hard. I mean, just to pick one, because there's a lot of them. I think that moment where I lifted up the bag and everything was just on the. I just remember feeling like, one, sick already, like horrible, but then knowing like my mom was gonna get angry, and like see her getting angry was not fun.
Yeah, for sure. So how did her being angry about something that you literally could not control and tried to clean up, tried to do the right thing, how did that make you feel knowing that she was still angry?
I mean, it wasn't too big of a, like I was expecting it.
Yeah.
So it was, I knew she was going to be angry. I mean, it didn't feel good, obviously. But it was like a lot of anxiety, a lot of like, oh my gosh, I just screwed up.
Yeah. And you said you were about 6?
6 or 7, yeah.
Okay. So was it common for you to get sick to your stomach as a child?
Yeah.
It sounds like you've had.
Yeah. I mean, I can remember multiple times. A lot of my stories involve me throwing up from a car. So, yes.
Okay. Well, thank you for sharing.
Mm-hmm.